Okay, hello everyone. Today we're going to be using the law of cosines to find the measurement of this indicated angle right here. So to begin, we need to use the law of cosines. I'm not too familiar on how this equation is derived. However, I searched it up and this is what I got. So if we're going to try to find the angle of f here, we would first need the side lengths of both of the sides that produce angle f, which would be this side right here, 27, and this side right here, fd. But we don't have that, so we're going to try to solve for it. So c squared in this case would be fd, since that's what we're solving for. And then we could set that equal to a squared. The value of a in this case would be 27 squared, and the value of b squared would be 24 squared minus 2 times 27 times 24 times cosine of 107 degrees. Okay, so now this would give us fd squared equals 729 plus 576 minus 1,296 times negative 0.2924. Okay, and obviously I'm not that quick at calculating this in my head, so I did these calculations off to the side to save some time. So this would additionally simplify into fd squared, which is approximately 1,684.47. And then we're going to take the square root of both of these sides because fd here is squared, and we want to get fd by itself. So this would be fd equals 41.04. And again, this isn't too complex, this is just basic algebra that you use a calculator for. So now we know that this length, fd, is approximately 41.04. Okay, so now that we have that, we're trying to find the angle f, which we can do now that we have the two side lengths that form this angle. So to find angle f, we could use this formula, which, again, I'm not too familiar on how this formula is derived, but to find the angle f using cosine laws, we'd have to get the cosine of f, which is equal to a squared plus b squared minus c squared. Very similar to Pythagorean theorem, divided by 2ab. Okay, so now this part may get a little tricky because it's like, okay, well, how do I know what's a, how do I know what's b, and how do I know what's c? And again, it's the same principle of what forms this angle. So cosine of f would be equal to 27 squared, which is this angle, plus b squared, which is 41.04. A squared and b squared, it doesn't matter if you flip it because of commutative property, you would still get the same value, but you just have to make sure that c squared is the value you're getting correct, which is 24 squared. Again, since this side length doesn't form this angle, that's why it's c squared. And then we're going to divide that by 2 times 27 times 41.04. And this would be approximately 0.8291, which is equal to cosine f. So since you're actually looking for f here, which is that angle, you have to plug this into your calculator. I'm using a Texas Instrument TI-30X, so if you're using that same calculator, you would press the second function, then press the cosine value, and then enter 0.8291. And this would get you 33.9936, which could be rounded to 34 degrees. And that is equal to the angle of f. Okay, thank you guys. I hope this video helped.